Alright, get up over there so I can walk down there and catch you, okay?
You're getting that off?
Okay. You're safe.
Coco, leave them alone. You stay.
Stay there.
Parting ways. We're parting ways.
Alright.
That's fine.
You're supposed to get on. Need help? Need help? There you go.
Sitting here at the Pugatory River. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today. We're in the middle of the city of Trinidad, so this one's a little skittish. Coco, come on. Coco, come down. Coco. Ooh, I don't know. Welcome in, welcome in. Hit that screen twice, you give me a like.
Something live.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Something live.
Hey guys. We're happy we're sorry of that gone night and mom, dad, yeah, we're dog and we're friends.
He's trauma dumping on the
I'm happy.
Everybody be happy. Everybody got to be happy, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Friends.
He's got a soapbox to stand on. Right, Bubby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool picture. See if I can get. I took that screenshot. That was a cool picture of the dog watching them. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing today? It's Juneteenth. Anybody know what Juneteenth means? Be the first one to say hi. That would be cool. Hi, Wyatt. How is your day going? As you can see, we're at the river. Gamer, hello, hello. We're at Pugatory River right now. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today. Good afternoon, Nude Guru. Welcome in. This is the Pugatory River in downtown Trinidad. Runs right through the town. Beautiful river. It's not always this high. They control it with the dam. Thanks, Army Corps of Engineers. Want to say hi to 16 people?
Hi, people.
Hi, people. Hi, Dad.
Uh-oh, Bubby.
She's helping them go down the river. Because Down syndrome doesn't mean you can't live life. Good to see you too, New Guru. I sold my first pig off the homestead this year. Super excited about that. I do go fishing. I don't think there's a lot of fish in this water because they let the water level... Coco! They let the water level go down so...
Woman.
1 second. They let the water level go down so low that I don't believe up here in Trinidad that you can fish here. We fish at Monument Lake, North Lake. I would like to walk upriver to go fishing, possibly, before the dam. That might get us some nice brookie trout. That's what I'm looking to get in my freezer, is some brookie trout. That's really the deepest part of this river. And in this, she's waist deep. Ooh, my favorite fish. I love catching bass. The trout in these lakes are supposed to be enormous, and I can't wait to take these guys to catch an enormous trout.
This is very hard.
They seed the lakes here in Colorado with kokanee salmon. Thank you, gamer. Thank you for the sub. I truly appreciate that. We fished in the lakes for kokanee salmon. Not pleasant to eat. They're very, very oily. But you know what they're very, very good for is the garden. I got 10-foot plants, corn plants, sunflower plants. Just having fish in the garden. So super cool. Sorry about the wind. It's going to be 100 today, so I'm not sorry to feel the wind. You know, we got some crap going on in the world now. If you want to talk about something or vent about some stuff that's going on in the world, tomorrow will be 6 months we had this guy as president. Today is Juneteenth. Anybody know what Juneteenth means? Juneteenth is the celebration of emancipation. Even though the proclamation happened on a different date, this is a celebration of emancipation. I would like to think the ending of slavery in this country, but we're treated as slaves, as workers. We're treated as numbers by the government. Some of us don't even get treatment from doctors. Kind of gave up on that a little bit. Isn't this beautiful? Such a lovely sound. Now where I live, we don't have rivers out there. It's 48 miles north. Oh my gosh, my favorite bait is natural bait, no lie. So I went fishing one time with someone who thought lures would be better than regular bait. I brought worms and minnows and he used lures, and I caught the biggest bass that fishing trip on a worm. You gonna get them rock? Yep, there you go. On a worm. I don't mind minnows, but got to make sure you got the right pole and stuff to catch something big enough to want to eat a minnow. We're thinking about, as a homestead thing, she wants ducks, and her ducks will eat things like minnows. So we're thinking of learning how to propagate them up on a homestead. I've heard of chicken liver for catfish. I don't know much about catfish. I've lived in the north most of my life. Actually, I've never even tried it yet. I wanted to try it in Louisiana, but they put Creole on absolutely everything. Graduated from feudal serfdom, moving on up. I'm right there with you, New Guru. Absolutely. Self-reliance brings freedom. You're 100% right. Instead of her having to work a job or us having to hire someone for help, we get to spend as much time on the homestead or here swimming. We like to go hiking for crystals and stuff. Can't do that when you don't have the freedom of having self-sustainability. Like even in the city, you could be self-sustainable, you know, and then your time would be your time. But too many people have swallowed the blue and red pill, both. There's the both, you know, like them pills they sell on the counter. Catfish can smell blood. I've heard that.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Never had an apple tree require that. I did have an apple tree growing. I transplanted it too soon, and I no longer have an apple tree growing. The one thing about the homestead, though, that most people don't understand is you're going through a lot of oopsies and a lot of mistakes before you... No, you can't have that. Before you perfect what you want. I have tangerine tree growing. I have orange trees growing. I have a lemon tree growing. Thank you, Quit. Her name is Coco. It is an art. And here's the thing, Nid. Some people are like, I don't paint because I don't know how. Or I don't hike because, you know, it's just too much. You don't need the experience to start learning. I knew nothing about homesteading, nothing whatsoever. New Guru says, like all things, we get better at what we practice. We reap what we sow. Nothing will teach this more than self-reliant life. 100%. I seen a meme that said you won't know the worth of your water until you have to carry it. The weight of a 1 gallon container, milk, juice, water, doesn't matter what the Coco, doesn't matter what it is I believe it is 8.3 pounds. 8.3 pounds for 1 gallon of water. 1 gallon of water doesn't sustain anybody. Okay, so if you're just drinking, it might be able to sustain you. But if you need your food cooked in water, it's not going to sustain you. We live off grid. We don't have a well. I think when this 100 temperatures stop, we're going to pump the water that did gather on a place on our property. And if we get enough of water out of that, that saves us $200 next month. We're bringing water from this river. We're going to bring it home, and that's just for the garden. We have a couple places we like to resource water. Funny thing is the word springs is in the name of our mountain, and no. I think it costs like $20,000 to get a well. I use a few different kind of fishing poles. It depends on what I'm fishing for. So when we go fishing for brookie, I'm actually going to have to go buy a new pole because all the poles I have are too big for brookie fish. If you've never had brookie trout, they're not babies. They're brookie trout. They only get so big, and they're absolutely delicious. Saute with some butter, whatever seasons you like. Yum. I wish we were close to springs. There is some manipulation of my land that I can do something to hold back more water when it floods, which is what we're going to do. Why does the boy get to relax but the sister don't? That's funny. So we're going to pump up from there. And that's what we're going to try to utilize for most of our water. Get into practice pumping up the water that lands on the land and utilizing it. Swale, yes. Yeah, well, when it rains here, it's more like flash flood. So when it flash floods, my land can collect hundreds of gallons of water. But it's very porous land. So between the moment it lands and the moment that we get to pump it up, we have to let days go by for that sediment to settle because we have a lot of clay here. But we're planning on putting some things at the top of the hill that will help with the rainwater. I do like spin casts. I do not know quite yet how to fly fish. I'm saying it wrong. You know what I'm talking about? Fly fishing. I've looked into that. I haven't done it yet. I haven't quite got the understanding down for that. Oh. You know what? I was thinking that. Hey, what do you think about bamboo instead of willow? We were thinking about willow at the end of where the water flows on the land because it needs a lot of water. It's a big tree to help buffer the flow of water off the land. But you're right, maybe bamboo.
Willow is from my childhood, which is why I want it.
She wants one willow for your childhood. What about putting a bamboo stand down there?
That's fine.
Right?
We can use bamboo for a lot of
We
shit.
could use the bamboo for a lot, moving water, building things, containers. We'll be like having clothes and not afraid, walking around with our bamboo water container. So that's what's in the plan. Somebody gave us a water pump, but it was broken before they got it. So we're just going to try to use we're off grid. We have 4 solar systems. But we're pumping it up 120 feet. Oh, we have rain barrels all over. We're in the campers, so at the end of every camper is a couple barrels so that we can catch rainwater. We've caught hundreds of gallons already this year, and we had a pretty wet spring. Probably about almost 300 gallons this year. I like to go fishing on a boat. They're very particular here in Colorado about boats. So I either get a new one, an old one that needs to be cleaned, because they will check your boat and stuff before you put it in the water. So yeah, I would like to go on a boat, especially get deeper into those lakes. I might have to still wait for a while to be able to do that. Where we're placing the pond on top of the hill, New Guru, it's perfectly placed to be able to pump water in from the valley and catch water from the top of the hill. So we're very excited to get that going. You know, it's been 8 years. We've done a lot since we've been on the property. If you've never gone fishing in a boat, I suggest it. My last fishing trip, we went out at like 5 in the morning. It was in New York, and the fog was still over the water. So we just sat there with the fog dissipating around us on the lake at between 5 and 6 in the morning. It was stunning. It was just so quiet. Okay, right now, there's 2 working solar systems. One's for a fridge and one camper. The other is for a freezer and the other camper. We have one system that needs equipment that runs the water pump in the one camper. And my 4th panel on top needs equipment to make my 4th system. And this system will run the hammer drill to drill the holes that I need to fill with concrete. It'll run a 3rd freezer if I need it to. You got a little oil underneath your feet? You guys are terrible. Actually, I was going to do a wind turbine. I had a wind turbine that I was going to use. And we had a pop-up on the property that we weren't using. And we went down the street to meet a neighbor, and we heard a boom. And we looked back at our property. There's black smoke coming from the property. Called the fire. This happened like 2 years ago. Yeah, like 2 years ago, the pop-up. Going on 3, maybe? Okay. So, I know fire. Called the fire department and everything. And when they did the investigation, it's a 90s camper, pop-up camper. In the 90s, they used to fill that refrigerator with the refrigerant. In the refrigerator is, wait for it, self-combustible ammonia. Self-combustible ammonia, I said. And they went around, the police chief was there, he dug through the whole thing. And yeah, apparently these campers and the refrigerants, at least in the 90s, so if you have a 90s camper, I would definitely want to remove that refrigerator if you're not using it. Because nobody was using this camper. It was next to a building. We had winds the day before, which must have shook it. And that's what caused the fire. So I decided a few things. I need a cold cellar. I need a hay bale house because last year I was on the verge of heat stroke. And I need separate solar systems so if one piece of equipment goes down, the whole thing doesn't go down. It was very scary, Nude Guru. I mean, we live in a fire zone that's never in the green, never ever. And you know, when my hose didn't reach, so there was two of us carrying the buckets to the fire, and one of us filling the buckets, and while we're waiting for the fire department, and oh my God. Well, I decided I not again. So we are separating systems, water systems, electricity systems, you know, just so it doesn't all go down at once. I can fix it if it goes down, but not if it all goes down.
Come back.
Yes, and luckily, where I placed my house, the chief, now only on this particular day, probably not any other day, they said, see all this rock around you? Don't worry about the fire spreading. But that rock is only on that hilltop. Like the grasses and the trees are, you know, all over the place. The bush, it is the bush because these trees here are tall and beautiful, normal looking. But my trees at home, it took me years to call them trees because they look like bushes. And the first time we accidentally ran into them, we understood it was a tree because it scratched the crap out of our vehicle. Can you guys say hi to Gamer?
What's up?
Hi there, Mom.
How about Nude Guru?
What's up?
There's a lot of 24 people, probably more.
What's up?
You got 20 more to go.
What's up?
What up, Bobby? What's up?
Gamer.
Serious.
Closer.
You gotta go to her. Bubby, go to her that way.
He wants you to jump that.
She can't jump that far. She's only 5'11".
Stop.
Right there. Okay, ready? Are you everybody watching? Eyes on the screen,
I
ready?
think it's too far.
Just jump out. Don't jump up.
Be back. Be back.
Woo! These kids, I had to learn this year. She's over 20. He's gonna be 20. And they like doing these dangerous things. Not me, man. I'll break a leg.
You hike this shit in your 20s. I don't even lie.
Right there.
Yeah, in my 20s, I'm 54.
I'm 20.
Okay, well, I had to learn to say I can't say no.
You have to stop doing all the crazy jumps.
So I gotta let them do it. And there's Coco. She would do it too. She don't care.
Mom.
She's our water dog. What? Oh, you gonna jump now? Okay, here we go. It's Vinci's turn. I have great signal in town, guys. I don't have great signal at home right now. I got a story to tell after Vinci jumps. Hey, Vinci, look at mommy. Jump out. Don't jump up. Jump out. Okay? Right all the way towards Nydia, yeah? Go ahead, ready?
Underneath. Okay?
Oh, he scares the hell out of me. I don't know if I can look, guys. I don't know if I can look. Holy moly, did it! This is a 45-minute drive. And we come here for supplies, so it's not inconvenient. Up that way is Trinidad Lake, so you've seen me from there before. And then you go up the mountain from there to Monument Lake. The kids can be in this water. Monument Lake is probably 50 degrees. Gamer, I hope you have a wonderful day. Come back and see us again sometime. See what fun stuff we're doing. The fun stuff that the freedom of having a self-sustaining homestead gives you. Although, I do have to say, like the first 5 years, me and these two, forgot, like, we didn't need permission to go do fun stuff. We didn't, like, have to be on the homestead 24/7. It's a 24/7 job. Don't doubt we set these animals up before we left because it's going to be a hot day. But it took us a couple years to remember that we're on our own schedule. You want to come take this for a second and let me go look up there? You entertain everyone, though. You can't, like... Yes, it does take that long to deprogram. He's talking about deprogramming from the system, so you can keep it going. It's all right.
It takes a lot of time to deprogram, I guess, but some people don't deprogram right. Some people kind of lose their minds when they have to deprogram. It makes a lot of epidemics. Like fear-mongering. That seems like a cause of deprogramming, right, Mom? Fear-mongering. Some people don't deprogram very correctly, you know what I mean?
They believe what they're told.
Yeah. Yeah, they only know how to parrot, new guru.
And every single one of us raised under this system at one time, and some younger than others, but at one time, we believe what we're told. We believe the doctors have an oath. We believe that the police are above board, nowhere near reproach. We believe that the money they take out of our checks every week is for our own good. And now we're told stuff like 2033, which is 8 years from now, there'll be no money for people who they're taking it out of right this second. They're taking money out of their pocket right this second. Right this second. If we become more than a sustainable homestead and we make money, it might pose a problem for us. Oh, 100%. New Guru says it only works on those who are dishonest with themselves. Honesty is what saved me in life. And those who are irresponsible minded. You know what? Now that he mentions it, I must have been only 15 or 16. I left my abusive father's house. I was considering leaving my mentally and emotionally abusive mother's house. Oh, she didn't buy good food, or I could only use 6 inches of water in the bathtub. And you know what I asked for? I looked up into the sky, not for God, because I didn't know what to believe. Because all these things are turning out to be lies. And I said, you know what? No matter how hard the truth hurts, no matter what I have to give up because I had been living a lie, I would rather give it up than live a lie. And now, all these years later, almost 40 years later, I am so grateful for my path, my pursuit of truth. I can admit my own faults so easy now. Like I'm just a human. And what this society expects out of people is not human. We're not supposed to work so much, we forget how to have fun. Look at these kids. My whole goal of having a homestead is letting them have moments they don't have to remember are bad. This is the life we live. And it's a wonderful, Coco-licious. If you bark at another person, I'm going to bark at, listen guys. Everything going on in the news, and we don't remember to do this. Yes. You know what? Bob Marley sings a song about that. And I really wish I could remember. I've been thinking about it all day. How we are, they've made us our own slave owners. We browbeat ourselves to do more. We browbeat ourselves to help others to the point of self-sacrifice. Distractophobe, yes, I got you, Nuku. Yes, slave and master to oneself. Yes, and then, if that's not bad enough, what they're doing has created a feeling in people where they smoke cigarettes, which, yes, people, I'm really trying to get off of it. They drink beer. The system's created cocaine, opiates. I mean, mushrooms are natural, but not the way people are using them, I don't think. Yes, dopamine. I'm really sorry about Coco, guys. Buddy just called her a bitch. Sorry. Dopamine, yes. And they really hope, like, I think people are hoping for revelations. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Do you realize what you're hoping for? It's like that song from Bo Burnham. You pray to go to heaven, but you don't realize that you might die any day. And what is heaven? I don't believe that we have the wherewithal as a human being, Coco, just to give it away to an unknown entity. All we have are stories humans have told. Humans. And it's not going to get past this one with me. Humans have told the story, and you want the story to come true now, only the story kills everybody. And my daughter, my wonderful daughter, said to me, Mom, think of the Bible. I'm like, I'll think of the Bible. What do you want me to think about it? She's like, what if in all the spots they said angels, it was demons, and all the spots they said demons, it was angels? And I stopped for a minute, and because I read the Bible, word for word. And boy, my brain was like, that actually makes more sense. Because this kind and loving God that people modernly talk about has told people in the Bible to lie, cheat, steal, murder. And it never made sense to me. Never. I'm not an atheist. I believe in something greater than me. I believe in Creator. How are we, of all animals, the quote-unquote most smart? Yes, that's what I've come to realize, New Guru. Bible is the primary enslavement tool, 100%. Oh, amen, brother. I dare the monetary fiends put a price tag on just one breath. One breath. Well, that's also the problem, though. They put a price tag on everything. Everything. Things that used to be sacred are no longer sacred. Sugar is not sugar anymore. It's high fructose corn syrup. It's processed stevia, which I don't even know if we're supposed to have this stevia. I grew a stevia plant. The aftertaste was 100% horrible. 100%. So as far you are the waterfall, you've become the waterfall. Let me see. I can even say corn isn't corn. If the corn I drop for my animals doesn't grow a plant, like this is not, I buy from a feed store, so I don't go to the other stores anymore. But if it doesn't grow a plant, it didn't come from a plant. Yeah, I don't like stevia. I thought because it come from a plant naturally that it would be okay. The aftertaste really... We like fruit. Oh yeah, we're trying to grow a Juan Canary melon. Have you ever heard of it? It's a cross between cantaloupe and a honeydew. Oh yeah, exactly. But see, didn't we used to learn these things through the generations from our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, and we would know three on a tree, let it be, right? But these things aren't passed down anymore. You say little silly phrases like that, and they have a fit. I have had it with you. Now I gotta shorten her leash, everybody. She just won't leave the people alone.
No, Mom, that one was suspicious.
I don't care if it is suspicious. She's barking at everyone. And this is the city, so there is suspicious people in the city.
Well, that one was suspicious particularly.
Well, then take her swimming and get rid of this energy.
Amen. Amen.
Let me undo her. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to undo this dog. She's making me nuts. There you go.
Come on.
She loves the water, by the way. Go get her, Coco.
Come on. All right.
There, okay.
Come here.
He's not good at leading her, guys. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. No, see, that was the saying back east when it comes to poisonous things. Three on a tree, let it be. So if the leaves are separate, but on the same little branch thing. I don't know. Some of these things are dumb as hell, too. Look, hold on, let me zoom in. What's wrong with Coco? You, she's trying to swim. She loves water, everybody.
Right hand, bye.
How about elderberry is the most powerful antiviral that I've ever found. I don't know if it's in the world or not, but that I've ever found. Let's see. I don't know if you guys ever hear of soursop. It's a Mexican fruit known to be, by anecdotal evidence, to be anti-cancerous. That's soursop. Now, research everything, because some bodies can take stuff and some bodies can't. But my point is, they're telling everybody you have to believe a doctor. You have to listen. Oh, I have so many stories to tell you guys. So I went through heat stuff last year. That's why I wasn't really online. It was over 100 for days and days and days. And I lost like 30 pounds. It was really, really bad. And going through heat exhaustion like that can give you kidney issues. And I have a damaged kidney from my youth. So I went to go to sleep one day and I was in excruciating pain. And it was a 4 millimeter, I don't know what the size is, the largest kidney stone I had. And I had to pass it. I was brought to the emergency room the whole night. They're like, go see your doctor. Okay, I'll go see the doctor. And I'm waiting for her to, give me some advice here. Oh, none. So she's trying to get me to do other stuff like colonoscopies. And I'm like, no, my body thinks that stuff is poisonous and I will vomit. So no, I can't take that stuff. And she's acting like I'm being an incorrigible patient. And because she didn't run. To put it back up here, I'm just not going to get up again because this whole thing is, bring him over here, I'll hold him. So like 2 or 3 months went by. I'm waiting for some kind of proper referral. And I'm not getting one. And they're saying I got to go 2 to 3 hours to a kidney specialist. I'm like, well, a kidney specialist is still going to need these tests. So can we do these tests? And after 6 months of asking, I'm getting pissed right off, And they don't want to do the test. I go into the office, I'm questioning her about it, and she's like, well, what happens if these tests come back negative? And I'm like, what? Isn't that what we're supposed to be hoping for? You're the one jumping to cancer, wanting me to have a colonoscopy, and now you're bitching because I want these other more appropriate tests. And you're like, well, what if we don't see anything? Isn't that what my damn insurance is for? Oh.
Not do that.
You did not fix her leash so that I could hold her.
Sorry, there's a hornet flying by me. Or a black.
So, you know, there's a lot of people like me that are fed up with the lies of doctors. Do no harm. Do no harm. Man, piss off with that. If you don't mean it, don't say it. Because you got the world believing that doctors do no harm, and they're the worst. They're the ones writing these prescriptions to opiate addicts. They're the ones trying to force me to have tests that my body won't want.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely understand that, and New Guru says you can't expect anything from capitalists. And to tell you the truth, they lied about what
Capitalism.
I ain't even smoke yet, guys. Capitalism. They lied about that too. And yes, trust is a fool's game. And here we have Catholics, we have government people. Oh, trust us. Trust us. We know we're going to do what's best for you. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, they're not. I am on disability because I got cancer and other disabilities while I was in the acquired time. And I'm thinking, this is money I paid into. I'm going to take it back. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully, of course, because you got to follow their stupid rules, but you make it work for you. I paid off my property because she just won't leave people alone. Paid off my property in February of a couple years ago. And before I could notify anyone in the system, Social Security, because they can't touch mine. My son gets Social Security. They can't touch my disability. So they took $500 from my son. That's double what my mortgage was. I didn't even tell them I finished paying my mortgage off. And then social services, because both of them were minors at the time, and they got food stamps because we had moved. We had been through some trauma. So yes, I used the goddamn system. Well, they took it away. And of course, anybody knows me knows I really don't put up with bullshit. I really don't. Whether it's just a friendly conversation that went wrong, or the government trying to take what doesn't belong to them. I fought them and won. I fought many and won. People don't fight. That's exactly Nude Guru. You're reading what has been written on my heart to absolutely do. And these guys have grown up healthy. And the rest of the family is healthy. My other daughter, her family. And when we go home and we take a ham out of the freezer, knowing the only people who touch that meat are us and the butcher. And pretty soon, when we get experience, it'll only be us. I started eat. I can't eat beef because I'm allergic to penicillin. When we got to Colorado here, pork started giving me the same bellyache that eating beef too much because of the penicillin and the fat gave me. And I'm like, I can't have them take another meat from me. I can only eat so much. I have a terrible stomach. My parents were terrible people. And the first time we tried our own bacon, we were in love with the natural part of what we know life to be. First time I had elk, my body didn't know what to do with that kind of red protein because I haven't been able to eat cow in so long. And we can eat as much as we want or as little as we want. Because as long as we maintain a healthy diet, we're still winning. You know that commercial where the two guys are sitting down watching the cows kick a ball back and forth and they're like, who's winning? We are, my friend. We are. Oh my gosh, yes, new guru. I'm allergic to penicillin, and I was able to eat beef from the store up until I had my first child, and they gave, this is how I figured out I'm allergic to penicillin. I had pneumonia when I was pregnant for her. They gave me penicillin, and then I couldn't breathe, like it tightened my lungs. But also, I get a stomach ache. And I started getting a stomach ache, noticing if I ate beef more than twice a week. And they're not supposed to bring these animals to market within 30 days of receiving any kind of penicillin. So it has a chance to move through its whole system, fat system included, to leave the body. And then I started here in Colorado with pork. I don't trust anything. I really want to find a fisher in Alaska and buy my salmon, like literally straight from them. Like I'll pay for the dry ice. You know what I'm saying? If I can get food with only one person, like I can't get salmon here. The salmon is not edible here. If I can get one person to supply me with food, that's only been touched by that one person. We see the value in it. We see it in our stomach and in our body. Are you stuck? I think he's stuck. Do you need help? Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, guys. We got pause to talk for a second. The boy needs our help. Just pray I don't fall in the water. They got all these rocks wet now. Where you want to go? Over there?
Yeah.
Okay, just hold on a minute. Okay. Well, here we go. Here we go. I'm moving them, guys. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I don't know, but here he comes. He's gonna run right into his sister. Woo! You caught him! Somebody trying to call me on live. What are they thinking? It wasn't even a recognizable number. You know what I did? Boop!
Yeah. Moment.
100%. I'm just going to read that out. Indeed, priceless. The value is knowing to fix the disease, do what was needed to prevent it to begin with, eat from source, nature. It's pretty simple. Absolutely. Listen, I haven't figured out how to grow spinach yet, like, because I'm in the high desert plains, you know. So I buy spinach, unfortunately, in a can. Don't hate me, guys. I'm going to get there. You see that cloud up there? You want me to show everybody?
Yeah.
It had a horrible taste to it, guys. Vincy wants you to see that big cloud. It's nothing. That cloud's not going to be nothing. It had a horrible taste. What'd you guys think of the spinach we ate? It was, right?
Usually Popeyes is better than that.
Yes. It's usually better than that, and it tastes horrible. Look at this bad girl. Look at this bad girl. Get your butt down here. She thinks she needs to protect us. I get it. We're in the city, so if you don't want to go in the water, don't go in the water, but stop yelling. There we go. It was horrible. That's what I was thinking when the greenhouse gets up. I want to do spinach in it over the winter because it'll be cooler. That would be fabulous. We are trying to think of winter things we can grow. I don't know if I put the video on yet. Nydia, did I put the video on?
What video?
The progress on the greenhouse?
No.
Guys. Okay, one of the reasons we're a little low on funds this month is because I had an opportunity to buy 12 windows, 2 door windows, which is 14 for $275. So our greenhouse should be complete this year. Fingers crossed. We got to go do lumberyard wood. Or it's not a lumberyard. It is they cut the trees and they cut the wood themselves. It's not a store lumberyard.
Alright, get off. It's my
What is that place called? Up 12, Robinson's Mill. It's a lumber mill. There we go. We're gonna get a load from them, and then that'll probably be maybe $200. So that's $475 to build a greenhouse. What do you guys think of that? It'll be our first completed greenhouse. It'll give us space and a place to do our experiments with lettuce in a greenhouse over winter, cucumber in a greenhouse over winter, spinach in a greenhouse over winter. What else were we going to try in the greenhouse over winter?
Yeah.
No, there's cold crops we were talking about. Radishes for the piggies. Yes, it certainly will. And having, taking that much money out of our budget every month, it's not easy to work around, But to build a greenhouse for less than $500, I'm super excited. And if I'm just patient in my own life, we can do it. And I cannot do her anymore. Make her lay down or something, but this is ridiculous.
Go lay down. Go.
Less than $500. I'm so excited. We had to wait a very long time, guys. 8 years. 8 years, and we're celebrating by putting up the greenhouse. We're going to put at least 4 corner anchors for the deck that the yurt will go on. That will give me, I'll get a builder's permit for that. And that will give me access to use my mailbox. I have had to pay for a post office box for 8 years. And I would love to stop paying for the post office box.
Can you hold this?
So I think we've transitioned into the self-sustainable part. You know what I'm saying? Like every month we have a certain amount we can use on building things, on extra supplies. Like in the dead of summer, the extra supplies will probably be a delivery of water. Oh, hold on, let me zoom in. Are you gonna send it down the river? Look, she found a blue duck in the Pugatory. Does it say anything on it?
45.2.
Did somebody write it?
It must have come from like a fish store or something.
Oh, okay. Yes, and every time you cut one tie and one cord, even if you're saving 25 cents a month, that turns into $3 a year. 30, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you cut that tie, let's watch the duck go down. There he goes, the duck, the blue duck is going down the river. There it goes, guys, 452. There it goes. It's probably from a fair or something.
Oh no!
Oh, she's trying. Get the duck! You're letting the duck go. Don't let the duck go. Oh no.
Bye-bye.
Oh. I'm gonna have to make a short of that one. Bye-bye, he says.
Ow.
That was super funny, guys. So in the beginning, yeah. Now we're getting our water from the valley. So every time we do that and we can save money, that means we can spend money on the next month probably for other stuff. Oh, 100%. Coco, I swear, You're going to meet your maker. That's your mom and dad at home. They're probably not going to say a damn thing to you, but I'm mad. Nude Guru says, Nydia, about the money, he says, it's not just the money that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the health, the abundance, the time, freedom, etc. Priceless. True wealth is connecting with nature. And these two are so happy. I have no anxiety here. I wouldn't want to live this close to a river. Knowing what we know now, I've been flooded out a couple times in my life. Flooded in Louisiana. I'm down with not worrying about this flooding. This is nowhere near my house. And we can come enjoy this because of the freedom you speak of, Nude Guru. That we can just be like, let's set the animals up real good. And then we're going to get home before they're going to need anything. But this is what we get to do. No synthetic stress at all. I mean, if they fall and hurt themselves, that'll be a little bit of stress. But outside of a broken bone, we can take care of it all. Hey, Vincey, look at Mom. Look at Mom.
He just wants to get a swim so he can swim.
It's okay. He's just got to breathe. That's all. I know it. You're just getting used to it, honey. We usually take him to not so fast moving water. I'm purposely not showing you how mad he is right now. Okay, oh, there he goes. Wait. Okay, he's better now. So we have to help him with this synthetic stress. So he has much more difficulties understanding things. She's a great dog. She's just annoying the hell out of me right now. Nature has its challenges, but it's enjoyable, not stressful when we learn to work with it, diversify and be ahead. Nature lets us be ahead. Money distracts us in never-ending hamster wheel. 100%, and we literally got caught in that fiasco of a mindset. And they run in the wheel, screaming, looking at me, how much progress. That's how I felt too, is that no matter what I did in the world, I made decent money from time to time in my life, but it always felt like I just couldn't get ahead. There's just no way to get ahead in the system. If you work it even in the system, do everything right, you're still negative at the end of the month. You know, and that's where that, who sings that song? I gotta pay rent, but I went to the bar instead, something like that.
Because I got high?
No. Gosh, I wish I could remember the song.
What kind of song?
A boppin' song. I know I gotta pay rent, but I went to the club instead, or something like that.
The Pitbull song.
Oh, Pitbull. Okay, there you go. So that's what they do. Yes, they use Slavetopia against you, and then they feel like they give you this feeling like you're getting ahead, and then you don't. Like, who has signed up for overtime before? I've signed up for overtime. How about you, New Guru? Anybody else out there in the audience sign up for overtime thinking this is gonna be it? I get an extra $200 in my budget. That's gonna get me right in front of that 8 ball, you know, and I'll be fine. And then your check comes with the overtime in it. Breathe. It's okay. And they take double the amount of taxes out. And then you're pissed off, like, there goes that money. Yeah, I worked all that time. But come over here. Hold on, guys. Come over here. Use the rocks to help you get around. Yep. Now stay next to the rock. Go around. You can do it. It's okay. We all struggle with the water when we're first learning, babe. Oh, are you okay? Jeez, these guys. Oh my gosh. Hey, you did make your own overtime. Who did that, Bennett? Them or you? The kids' dad told me he worked overtime up there. He's a flagger up north. He earned like $300 overtime and they took $200 in taxes. Are you kidding me? That's insane. You know, my disability got renewed a couple years ago, and I thought in my brain, like, oh my God, how am I going to work in this society again? I don't think I could work in this society. No, I can't. Okay, it's a permanent injury, but they haven't labeled it as a permanent injury. So, you know, I went through, I talked to them, told them what the doctor said. Doctors most likely backed me up because they had no problem approving it more. But Jesus, all that money you work for, and you can't get ahead. You know what else? Here's some more proof of that. I'm in a house in Michigan, and we tried buying this house. We wound up giving it back because of who these people are. But nature never says no and never says you're fired. You're 100% right. And in nature or a self-sustaining homestead, the harder you work, you can see the value in it right in front of your face. You don't have to wait a week for a check. So listen, I'm in this house in Michigan. Me and the kids' dad try and buy it. And I'm like, I need to reduce my electrical usage, keep my bill, you know, in a manageable way so that, you know, we can sustain ourselves. This is where we first tried the can we become self-sustainable type thing. And I'm just checking on my car, guys. And I kept getting it lower and lower and lower. See, there's the car right there. I began at something like 14 kilowatt hours a month. And so I wanted it lower. That's $200 a month. I got it down to 150, but I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get it any lower. And I mean hanging my clothes, cooking on the grill. We had an electric stove. All of it. And I got diagnosed with cancer. The well in that house was poisonous, and the owners never told us. And we were drinking out of the well for like 2 years. I got 2 different types of breast cancer. Their dad would get these blow-up infections in his face. So there was 3 or 4 months I didn't call the meter reading in. I still paid the bill, but I just didn't call the meter reading in. It was a co-op in Michigan, co-op electric company. And in May, this was November that I had my first surgery. March was when I had my last surgery for the cancer. And in May, they sent me a bill for $1,800. You tell me. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. Welcome, man. We're enjoying a very hot day at the river. Taking some time off the homestead to relax and enjoy.
Well, now it's a big
You're there.
Why don't you get a muffin or something and take a break?
Let's take a break.
So they sent me an $1,800 bill in the mail. And I tried to fight it, and they said, you didn't send in your meter reading, so you can't fight it. And I'm like, I paid my bill every month. How are you giving me an $1,800 bill? I request an investigation. So the electric company comes out to investigate. He leaves his his clipboard on my table, which has the whole time I lived in that house and my electric usage. And you want to tell?
Yeah.
And don't sit on my stuff though. I noticed that We went from 14 kilowatt hours a month. Do you want a towel?
Yeah.
To 9 kilowatt hours a month. They took it down that far in like a year and a half. But what I also noticed, that was my proud moment in what I saw. I'm about to tell you the shitty moment. What I also saw that every time I lowered my usage, they would raise the per kilowatt hour price. So no matter what I did, sorry guys, I'm refolding something I got dirty. My bill would not get low because they raised the price of the kilowatt hours. Now mind you, I have a Down syndrome son who is 4. Well, he just turned 5. Yep, another hamster wheel. And that's when I decided this shit's gotta end. They're controlling my life, sending me $2,000 bills in the mail while I'm going through cancer. Oh hell no! We got that tag. We got that house tagged, so those people couldn't sell it again until they fixed the well. I won my Social Security case, and if you can get another one of these, Nitty, if you guys want to sit down. I just don't want you guys getting mine wet.
You already got it downstairs.
Oh, all right, whatever. That's when I got online. I was scammed, but it was a co-op, and I was going through cancer, having 2 kids under 10. Not going through cancer. I just had the surgery. I wouldn't let them put me on drugs or anything like that. But that's why I'm off grid. And then I looked into the off grid stuff. I'm so not in the mood. I looked into the off-grid stuff and realized that all these bigwigs on YouTube and stuff, they're selling these big-ass systems. No, we're all regular people, guys. We're not all electric company engineers. You know, we just need to get off a system that is traumatizing to everybody. So, I'm working on my 4th system now. Thank you, you tell me. And I believe justice will prevail for all if people accepted who they are in truth to themselves, so that they don't feel
Stop. Where are you going?
enslaved. It's raining. That cloud is making rain. Are you kidding me? That little cloud.
Wait till we're off flag, buddy.
That's exactly what I did. 1 panel, 1 battery, 1 inverter, 1 controller. And I took the generator back to that company, and they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to get off this hamster wheel. It's actually raining. Do you see the... Look at that. It's 90 degrees today. And this cloud is screwing with our day. Go figure. Now, if we were home, it'd be too sunny. I think, actually, you tell me, I think they make existence tough. Like, we go through stuff. We had a tornado warning the other day. You know what we put into our minds? Not where's the nearest shelter, is where is the safest spot for us on our land. Because in the beginning of time, there wasn't a trillion people. I don't know if there's that much. There wasn't a billion people in the world. Boy called me on that one time. I got my numbers right, and Boy's like, yeah, no. People make it rough on themselves. 100%. Irresponsibility brings hardship. Wouldn't you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Right? Even on the homestead, right? Mm-hmm. If we don't put our stuff up, say we get pig food and we have it in the cart ready to store away, and we don't put it up, and the cow comes in and tears that shit open, or tips the chicken food container and gets mold in the chicken food, which we didn't recognize at the time, and killed 6 of our chickens last year. Yeah, that's our irresponsibility. Whether there's cows or not, it's our responsibility. And if we hold ourselves responsible, No one else can. Nobody else can hold you responsible when you're holding yourself responsible. When people try to hold me responsible, I'm like, oh, hell to the no. I'll kick my own ass before I let you kick my ass. I don't play that game. I have a neighbor. I don't know if she's listening. If she's listening, hey, neighbor. I'm from New York, guys. So my neighbor, she's just like me. She's from, I get the state wrong, so it's all right. It's just rain. You're wet, goofball. Vincey. Okay, Vincey's having a sensory. Vincey's having issues. Yes, our needs are... No, we're not leaving. It's just a little storm, bud. Darn it. Where was I at, Nydia? Oh, yeah. So she's a go-getter. She's a go-getter. She was a customer service representative, and you know those poor people. So, hold on. New Guru says baggage is a factor. So much weight comes with it. Enlightenment equals to lighten up. Let go of the lie. We know. Okay, so we do let go of the lies, personally. But I think for people in the world, they don't replace what they let go of. Huh? I'm good. It's kind of dry up here. I lost it again. I haven't even smoked, guys, since I've been here. Oh, right. They don't replace the lies with truth, with open awareness of things, you know, within their brain. If they replace the lies with these things, with actions they could take to improve their own situation, I think
Swimming in the air.
she's swimming in the air while the water is dropping on her. They don't want to let go because they have to eat crow and it doesn't taste good even with loads of ketchup. So they get to reap what they sow. Yes. I used to think it was my problem. Like, I got to help the world. And now I'm like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, who are you, bitch? Help yourself first. You can't help nobody if you're not helping. Can you believe the rain, guys? That's all rain that you're seeing on. Is it?
It's still warm, yeah. Warm rain. About the same temperature.
Oh, back to work. Hey, try to enjoy the work as you can to know that you get to go home in peace and quiet away from the world. Lots of love, you tell me. It smells so strange, the rain here in town. I smell asphalt all around me.
There's asphalt all around you.
Like when we got 5 foot of snow, we got someone to help us. It was an emergency situation.
Bit deep.
Wait, hold on.
A bit.
It was that tall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of snow, right?
Yeah, money, they're home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a big donut.
Big snowing over your head, that's right. It was an emergency situation, but I wouldn't have called a neighbor or hired someone on the street. I would have got a shovel out there and shovel myself out. Like, that was the plan. I didn't know they were bringing a bulldozer. So they brought a bulldozer and plowed all the way up to my land. The rancher did, which I'm very, very grateful for. But this is what people think. Okay, if I get off the system, then I'm going to have to shovel my own snow. I'm going to have to cut my own grass. I mentioned to a lady who lives up by me, you would think that she's like into like, you know, doing stuff for herself. She's 48 miles from town, just like me. And I mentioned, hey, are you going to get chickens? And she says to me, why would I do that? And I thought, wait a minute. Wait just a minute.
To be fair, she doesn't like having ease of access to eggs. She likes buying things.
Actually, she said to her caregiver, if you wash them, I'll eat them. So it's just about laziness. It's about the discomfort people feel touching real food. Like, you know how we got to learn about processing a pig?
Yeah.
There are some people in the world that have never understood that the animals aren't grown in the back of the grocery store.
Like Dave?
Yeah. If it has a face, he won't eat it. I'm sorry. You're eating a burger. Where do you think that come from?
Everything has a face. Just because we don't recognize flowers as plants' faces.
I know we got meat grown in labs now. I know that, but at the time, he wouldn't eat that either because it's fake, you know?
What made that petri dish a face, dude? There's nothing faceless in this world. Every single thing you touch, a person has touched before you.
Yes, that's why our meat tasted so much better, and it'll be even better when we process it. I don't know. We'll have to see, bud. Okay?
Okay.
I can't believe it's raining on our day, guys. I mean,
like the rain.
I don't mind the rain. Don't get me wrong. I'm not running in the house like that feels like thawed out hail hitting me. But we come here to go swimming, guys. I didn't even get a chance to go in the water yet.
Well, you wouldn't like it.
Maybe not, but
I'm doing the,
still, you know, it's 100 degrees at home right now, 48 miles away. And we're in a little squall of rain that decided to let down. So we got like 8 blackberries on our plants. There's about 30 pea pods. Got to be about 20 carrots growing. You want to hear something funny? We've had some volunteers in the garden this year. First I walked out before we ever put anything in the ground, and there's something green in the swimming pool. Well, I have a swimming pool as a garden. And I'm like, what are you? And I went over there, and it's a crap load of pot plants. No lie. A bird must have got in our room over the winter and was eating one of the plants we had hung up because, not last winter, the winter before. Seeds. No, that was last winter, wasn't it? They must have ate a whole bunch of our seeds and pooped them right in that swimming pool garden.
And I did throw a whole plant out because it had mold on it or something, remember?
Oh,
And I just threw it back there.
okay, so maybe my daughter voluntarily did that. But she didn't do the other plants that are popping up all over the place. Tomatoes, I was only going to do like one. Oh, I just covered the screen. I was only going to do one tomato. Just, you know, for eating purposes. Nature's doing its thing all right, because I think they do think it's made in the store. When 80% of your life is looking at a screen, bound to have a few screws. Yes, looking at the screen loosens the screws. And nature's doing its thing. You know how many, you know how many tomato plants I have at home? I planted two seeds. I have, I think, like 13 tomato plants now. And there's more coming up, too. I'm kind of hoping the more coming up is actually pepper instead of tomato, but who knows? Yes, they do, because in 8 years, I ain't never had them do this before. And it's truly amazing. We purchased no seeds. Hi, what's the matter, bud? Oh, well, let's wait for the sun to come out, and we'll give it a half hour, and if not, then we'll go, okay? Come sit here next to me. That yes, it felt like gifts and presents from them. Absolutely. We had a couple ravens visit us for a while. It's wonderful. Do you see something? Okay. But yeah, the garden's doing great. My daughter planted potatoes because I wasn't going to do that this year either. They're growing lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oh, guys, by the way, so I'm doing a little different thing with the pot plants because I really need the room for food, you know? So they're like 1.5 foot tall containers and then 2 containers on top of each other. And I noticed one started going a little limp, and I checked it out. It was kind of getting root bound. So I just pulled it up thinking it was root ground in the first pot. No. I ripped the roots. It was root bound in the second pot. I do. I try to document as much as I can. I'm probably late on a lot of videos that I have in my phone. I have a pepper plant that I kept alive since last year, over the winter, that now has a little pepper on it. I just put that video up yesterday with all the flowers on it, but it's actually got a pepper on it, and it's over a year old, a sweet pepper plant. So I am trying to, but listen, I put the plant in a pot, and then I put that pot in another container with dirt on the bottom. So I pulled the first pot up. I didn't make note of this, but I'm going to in a video, New Guru. So on the top of the bottom pot, you know, on where the bottom of the top pot, where they met right there in the dirt, was all pot roots. I pulled the plant up. I accidentally pulled it off of those roots. It survived because it's already stable in that first pot. In the bottom pot was a whole bunch of other pot roots of that plant. So my daughter looked it up. The benefits of the roots of that plant was so significant that we pulled all the roots we could out of all the bottom parts, not the top part, just of that second pot. And we've cleaned them and dried them, and they're ready to, like, we have to get little pieces of dirt out of it, you know, because they are roots, to be processed and powdered for inflammation. If we have a pregnant animal, it's good for pregnant animals. So even that has a use. Oh, I was so excited when I realized that. So you don't have to smoke the pot, but if you're an herbalist, you might want to know that the root of that cannabis is an herbal medicine. And we will do a video on it. It stopped raining, guys.
Yeah.
We will do a video on that because that is super exciting. Anti-inflammatory, priceless. Yeah, the rocks kill here. They really do. Absolutely priceless.
Some lady in a car parked in front of us up there.
Should I go check it out?
Yeah, I look, but you know better about city people than I do.
Okay. I tried elderberry and not successful in growing that yet. I bought an actual bush and I'm just checking the car out, guys. I bought an actual elderberry bush, but it stayed alive in my garden, but didn't make it. It didn't come back the next year. Everything's all cool. Somebody's just jamming to the tunes. So I'm going to have to try that elderberry again, but that's really important for the homestead. I get real bad reactions to bug bites. And I use ice packs on them and elderberry, and it keeps them from getting infected because, you know, it's a boost for your body. 100% new guru. 100%. It's so useful, they had to make it illegal because they can't have healthy people to get well. They just can't have that. I put a whole scientific paper on my Facebook page about elderberry during the, pandemic thing, and they blocked it. That next year after the pandemic, everything I wrote about elderberry, the scientific papers I put up, all of it blocked. Hemp, oh man, I have high anxiety, PTSD. I don't know how I got this far in my life without developing such things, but they're later onset. And the quality of the hemp, I have these gummies. Only thing I've ever been able to take, no matter who, doctors, whoever, that help me. And it's not bad for my body. I don't wake up the next day groggy or, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. So don't smoke it. Eat it. Use the cream. The cream is wonderful. I take 0 painkillers for my issues. And when I have back issues, that cream works for me, doesn't it?
There's cream and lotion, which are 2 different things. There's extract, there's edibles, there's candy, there's more topical solutions, like there's like a tincture type oil.
People who have dry hair should try it in their hair, right?
Yeah.
We've tried that kind of oils in my hair, and it works great. Absolutely great.
I do hear a lot of, well, I can't smoke. I know it says you had to smoke it. There's so many ways.
Absolutely.
You can the roots are topical, so you're supposed to ground the roots up and put them over your wounds.
And if it's legal in your state, and no one has pushed that envelope of this punishing people bull crap, that means the world is waiting for someone to stand up. If I were still working, I would have already crested that issue. Because it's marijuana that saved my life. You know what I'm saying? It saved my life mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, I've been through some crap that typical people in society refuse to believe because they don't want to believe that the world is the way it is.
Which is stupid.
And I'm kind of like, I'm a survivor. You ain't going to get me to lie about my story. Are you crazy?
Can't be true. People can't be that evil. Said no one ever.
Yeah, you want to hold this for me for a bit? I just want to medicate.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
There's the sunshine.
Can't have
bag.
nobody healthy because of, well, it's an industry, not a system made to help you. It's an industry, right, Mom?
Did you ever believe it, though? Did you ever believe the system was there to help you?
That's what I'm saying. It's not a system.
No, I know that, but you're freshly an adult now, so I'm just asking.
No, I never, ever. When I was little, I realized that the only jobs they want kids to do are like firefighter, policeman, doctor, nurse, lawyer, construction worker. Like they put you in these boxes just because.
Well, that's how they controlled the slaves. I'm a Puerto Rican woman from New York, and what I was supposed to do was live in the box of a Puerto Rican woman from New York.
Yep.
I'm not supposed to be living my best life out here in Colorado, not as far as they're concerned.
My box is familial because I could be with, 12 kids, not loving any of them, letting the hallways pile up to my chest. What else? Generally being a cunt. That's my box.
Maybe I should take that phone back.
Your phone's gonna die.
Oh shit,
You have
guys.
15%.
Oh, guys, can you believe I did that? I killed my phone.
Mom, why?
Holy cow, I can't believe I did that, guys. All right, listen. The sun's coming back out. I think we're all going to take another dip here and, you know, dip out of society, go home and get lunch and stuff. We got to collect some of this water for the garden first. I thank each and every one of you for joining us today. It's a beautiful day at Pugatory River, Trinidad, Colorado. What do I wish for you? I wish truth would sneak in and sit beside you and help you be able to embrace it.
I wish everyone gets to
Because the
have
truth shouldn't
a
hurt.
snack today.
Enjoy yourself. Treat yourself right, because you're the only one and the first one that's going to do it. And don't forget to take time for yourself, because everyone needs it. All three of us give you all the peace and love in the world. Not in the world. We can't even do that. We give you all the peace and love within our hearts towards you. Bye. We love you.
Bye, Daddy.